guys, we're going to have our first pitch. Welcome the startup bus to Tucson. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for visiting Gangplank. What we're going to do is we're trying to match this to the format that you guys will have when you get out to Texas. So we're going to do a three-minute time limit, and we've got Mr. Buzzerman over here. He'll keep you guys honest about the 3-minute time limit. The idea behind this is this will help you get some exposure. We can, these videos can be showcased in other places if you'd like. This will help you get practice before the big event. When is it? It's on Friday? Friday, you guys do that? Okay, cool. It's a big one. So, any questions?
Cool. 3 minutes. All right, cool. So GetWish. GetWish is a very simple platform. We've taken the gift-giving industry and completely flipped it on its head. We believe that wedding registries, birthday wish lists, your Christmas wish list, they're all flawed. They're not socially connected. So what we've done, we've created a system where you can easily log in, wish your items from anywhere across the internet, and literally anything that you want, and wish it to your board. You can then go and share your board to your friends, and your friends can now go and log in and are able to buy that gift for you. So the market for this is actually incredibly huge. The market, if you look at it, is really just all of e-commerce, which is a $150 billion market. And if you really want to look and kind of nail down some of the sectors within that, the bridal registry alone is a $12 billion industry as of 2010. And you can only imagine with the way the internet's been growing that is just exponentially growing. So where does this go? We have a couple different roadmaps in terms of what we can do with the ability of all these different things. So you can go and just buy a gift for your friend, but you can also go, and if it's a big ticket item, you also go and actually chip in for something. So say I want a trip to Mexico, if you will. All of my friends can chip in $50, $100, whatever. There's a lot of group buying apps for that, but we are actually putting it all into one spot and actually representing what your wants are and making sure that your wants and your wishes are taken care of.
I think that would be disqualified. A minute 42.
What? Wasn't ready for the full 3.
All right, who's our next team? Anybody want to volunteer? Which business is yours?
Fusify.
Fusify. All right, welcome Fusify.
All right, hello. So the sheer amount of information on the web is increasing at an ever-expanding pace, but the hours in a day are not getting any longer. So there needs to exist a way in which we can have access to passively curated content from circles of people that we trust. Fusify is a tool to help you manage information overload while promoting discovery of music, movies, and articles curated organically based on your friend's activity and their Facebook feed. Partners will have the ability to post their own unobtrusive embedded ads with social sharing functions which both promote their product and increase its viral potential. Thank you.
Wow.
Short and sweet.
All right, who's next? Next victim.
Esther.
Come on. I'm announcing. Come on up. Which business do you have?
Open Wallet.
Open Wallet? All right, welcome Open Wallet.
So I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but I often find myself in a bar, a restaurant, or needing a cab and not having cash on hand. The odds are somebody in the area has the cash I need, but I just don't have an easy way to ask or then transfer that money instantaneously. So Open Wallet solves that problem by letting you broadcast your need for small amounts of cash, up to $60, and then find people nearby who can become human ATM machines for you. The ATM machine industry is a huge sector. It's projected to have 94 billion transactions in the next by 2015. And we want to undercut that ATM fee and provide you a service that would enable you to basically let your friends and people nearby give you money for a smaller fee. So, yeah, that's pretty much Open Wallet.
A minute 12, by the way.
For the record, I heard 30-second pitch when we were doing it.
3 minutes, right?
Well, you kind of like still elevator pitches, they're not like full on.
Yeah, I heard 30-second elevator pitch when we were coming out, so I just started throwing in information.
Cool. I'm Bart from Year in Print. Now, these days we all use, Facebook and Twitter and Foursquare, Instagram, and it's quite interesting. All this information we're putting in these networks, and they kind of disappear. Like you can see what's happening today, but what about last year? What about 5 years ago? And we used to have a really cool thing for this, which is you take photos, you print them, you put them in a book, you write little notes on it, and you put that on the shelf, and 5 years later that's awesome to look back in. So that's basically where all your memories go. And now our memories are disappearing in these networks like MySpace, and then MySpace disappears, and then you basically don't have any memories yet anymore. So what we do is basically we provide your year in print. We actually take your information out of these networks, put them all together into a nice book. Then you can adjust it, you can remove that really drunken photo you really don't want in there. We have patent pending technology that basically we call it social rec, to find really the most interesting bits and get rid of all the stuff that's not really that interesting. And then you can tweak it, and then you can basically send it off to the printers, and you get a nice hardcover glossy book that you can put on the coffee table. You can gift as a gift to someone for a birthday, or you can give it to your parents. Now, how do we make money with this? We provide the actual making of the book totally free. But then obviously you want to print it, so we use a third party for printing, someone like blurb.com. And we have a relationship with them where if you print the book, we get a kickback. So we don't actually take any money off the users, but we take it from the printers. Any questions? We're looking, depending on how many pages and how the size of the book you want, we're anywhere between $30 and $80 sort of thing. It's kind of the price point we're looking at.
And is there any format for the book? You guys choose that this time?
So initially we'll provide, obviously just one layout, but we'll go towards more and more layouts and themes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
When you talked about MySpace being gone, are you going to monitor various sites and be able to, monitor their business and sort of know when things are going to happen? So that
the idea more is that every year you create a book, and so you kind of save those memories. So if that user that had your, the cool photo of you on there removes their account, you don't lose that photo, right? So because you've got that in the book, so at least you don't have access to everything anymore, but you've got that book for that year. You've got the most important memories saved. So 10 years from now, you can flick through that and go like, oh yeah, I can't believe we did that. I forgot about that sort of thing. Cool.
Can you start in anticipation of making a book? Say, go ahead and start collecting stuff for me. So the same instance, I'm looking for all these great pictures, and then at the end of the year, I go to print my book.
Yeah.
But that person deleted their account on December 1st, and I don't have it. So.
Okay. Yeah. Generally, it doesn't disappear that quickly.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, but I can see what you're saying. Yeah. No. So that we're not looking at that. We're looking really at okay, the year is finished. Now let's make the book with what you have.
Time.
Cool. I thought I'll fill the time.
1 second, if I may. Yeah. What was the difference between Bart and the others? What did he do differently?
Yes. That's about questions.
He knew his 3 minutes wasn't up, so he said, who's got questions? On Startup Bus, we say there's no rules. I mean, there are some, but that was a great use of time. Something you might want to consider if you follow Bart.
Hey, do you have a monitor adapter? Anybody have a monitor adapter for Apple?
Can you run it off an iPad, an iPhone?
I've got something.
You got one?
Can we go around her while we're doing that?
You guys are another team? Are you guys the last ones? No, one more team?
But guys over here.
No, they went already, yeah?
No, there's a second team over here, isn't there? All one. Okay. Where? There we go.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh, maybe. Actually. Why don't we go around?
Is there another team that hasn't pitched yet? Yeah. You guys why don't you guys go ahead and pitch while they're getting set up with the video connector?
Ready?
All right, go for it.
Folks, welcome to Waste Bits. We are the only universal business-to-business web platform providing uniform solutions for non-regulated waste. Paper is not required. We address a $69 billion waste management industry, which is largely constrained by paper-based processes that haven't come into the digital area yet. Why not? Simple solution, simple answer. It's not sexy. Waste is simply not sexy. None of you came in here today thinking, you know what, I want a career in the waste industry. I'm going to go revolutionize it. Didn't happen. We did. What we're bringing to the table is a platform that allows the waste industry not a force, but an option to slowly elevate themselves into the digital era, step by step. What we're going to focus on is one specific channel, one specific solution called the waste profile. The waste profile is essentially the list of ingredients to a waste stream. A waste stream is a unique type of waste. Anybody, you yourself, could have a waste stream. When you want to dispose of that waste stream, you need to get a hold of the disposal facility. But the disposal facility has to know the ingredients that are in that waste stream. So in order to do that, you need to create a waste profile. Waste profiles today are largely, roughly 60% or better, paper-based, which means we handwrite them, and we have to fax them, or we have to scan them and email them. And the transition goes back and forth. In running the process, there's about 10 steps involved. That's just to get approval to dispose of your waste. That doesn't even include any of the transportation. It's just the approval process. What we're proposing is the online platform to bring that to the digital era. Everything is completed online, from the initial profile completion to the authorization by you, the generator, saying, yep, that's really what's in there, to the TSDF, to the waste facility saying, yeah, we can accept that, and we'll let you pay us to bring it to us. Go ahead and bring it to us. We're going to streamline that process from anywhere from the best being roughly 24 to 48 hours, that's roughly about 5% of the time, to the majority of them taking a week to 2 weeks for turnaround times to actually happen. We're going to streamline to a consistent, reliable, less than 24 hours to make that happen. It's kind of a difficult process to break down, so I'm curious how to do. What questions do we have, guys?
I just know that there is a similar problem with first responders in mapping out the location of hazardous chemicals and gases.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a paper-based system. You know it's not accurate. And
Yep.
when the building's on fire and guys are running into it, they'd really like to know if there's oxygen tanks in
What
it.
you're speaking to is an MSDS system. No.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
similar sort of problem.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
You guys get your iPad adapter? disappeared.
No, she's right there.
Oh.
This will work, right?
Yeah.
Is that a PC?
It is.
Hey, look, and it works. That Mac didn't even work.
You talk too fast. Probably need to enable dual screen. Sure, Verizon had it for 3 more years. We got it. We could not figure
All right, guys, Yo Brio is ready. Welcome, Yo Brio.
Okay. Hey Dan, anything you like? Is there anything you want to buy?
Of course, it's a magazine. It's all ads. There's so many things I want to buy,
Okay.
but it's such a hassle. Like I gotta figure out what company this shirt is from, these shoes are from, log in, buy it. Like it's just a pain. I can't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of Yo Brio?
I don't think anyone's heard of Yo Brio. What is it?
Okay, well we're actually a publication. It's an active online shopping experience. You should check it out.
So the basic idea behind Yo Brio is we want to make it really seamless. You're just gonna open the app, and basically it's gonna show you all the possible products you could buy on any given page, be it a magazine feature or a magazine ad. It doesn't matter. And it will just show you everything possible you can buy. So you just click the ones you want, gives you a description of what it is, the price, you add it to your shopping cart. It's all done through one site, and we'll just drop ship everything to each of these suppliers. And that's a basic idea. How do we make money? We'll affiliate links. Eventually, we'll start partnering and charging fees with magazine providers and so forth. We haven't been working on it for too long.
Yeah, we
so-
made a 4 a.m. pivot, a huge pivot this morning, so yeah.
So it's still a work in progress, but
Yeah. But yeah, we want to turn like this magazine into like a catalog almost.
yeah, I mean, they say the magazine industry's dying, but we want to revitalize it by making the ads really interactive and just really great for people that want to once again invest in magazine ads. Any questions?
How do you get the products in? I mean, do you just
Well,
scrape it off the
for
web?
this week, I guess we're just gonna maybe do a couple pages and just catalog them in ourselves. Eventually,
For
we'll make partnerships with the magazines, and they'll have to, figure that out with their ad subscribers. It's really easy. We're setting up an algorithm right now. So.
And wouldn't it, like, instead of trying to get money out of struggling magazine publishers, you have no, I'm a journalist, I know they don't have any money, like, what about just clipping the ticket from when they buy the product?
Yeah, getting like commission for
Yeah,
like
affiliate
products.
links,
Yeah.
right?
So how are they going to, if they've got a magazine, they want to find the page, how are you going to,
Are we tracking it, you mean?
so if they've got the magazine, they want to buy one?
Oh, you just open up the app, and it's pretty much like a QR code scanner without the QR codes. Yeah, you just open it up, and it lists all the possible things in real time. So it's really cool. It'll be really clean and neat, and just a simple process.
Yeah, so this page, you'll see once you like scan this page, it's going to pull up all the items here. And it's just going to give you like, the whole magazine is going to be one shopping cart. So anything that you buy through this magazine is just going to be in one cart.
So if you have a physical copy of the magazine, you just like point your camera at it and it'll bring up the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or use some type of recognition.
Time's up.
Thank you very much.
Was that everybody?
Did everybody go?
Was that 6? Okay.
Yeah, that was
Thank
good.
you.
Just wanted to give a little bit of really quick feedback. That was awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. I think when you're giving these pitches, a couple things that you want to watch for is like really clearly state who your customer is, what problem that customer has, and how your product is going to solve that problem. And all of you hit on the money part of it too, right? Like, how are you going to make your money? But like, just really drill those points in hard, because anybody that's going to be looking to help kind of move your company to the next step is going to be looking for those pieces at a bare minimum, and then start getting into the money and partnerships and all those other things. So if you're able to kind of structure your presentations in that way, where you drill those things at the beginning, and then if you happen to run out of time or anything like that, then the stuff that's nice to have kind of floats off to the side. But all in all, you guys' pitches were great, especially considering you've only been at it for like 24 hours or something like that. So good luck in Texas.
Thank you.